Dear British people, honest British people, working class British people, regardless of race, color, creed, ethnicity, gender, I'm addressing you, dear British people, on the occasion of this Brexit, of this so-called Brexit referendum. I'm addressing you to urge you, to call upon you to vote for to abstain from voting. Vote for neither side. Abstain from voting. There is a third way, and that is the way of abstaining, of not turning up. For the alternative you are faced with is not a genuine alternative. You see, you are faced with a choice between a vote for the EU, for staying in the EU, which is a capitalist empire, most evil, most wicked, most murderous, and leaving the EU empire for the sake of strengthening the British Empire, which is currently resenting the domination of the German Empire. But the British Empire is also an empire most evil, most wicked, most murderous. And it's also coming hand in hand with ugly xenophobia, with racism, with the most despicable, most murderous racism that calls on Britain to turn its back on the foreign workers, on the foreign laborers, which are a source of wealth for Britain. You see, the foreign workers in Britain, from the east, from the south, the Lithuanian, the Polish workers, the Romanian workers, the Bulgarian workers, the Nigerian workers, the Pakistani, the Bangladeshi workers, they are not here to undermine Britain. They are here to prop up the economy, to sustain the economy. They are an integral part of Britain. They are an integral part of the British working class. Do not listen to these nationalists who incite worker-on-worker crime, who incite worker-on-worker division, who incite intra-proletarian hatred. Do not listen to them. Turn their back on them. The no vote is not an option. Xenophobia, nationalism, these are things from the Nazi past of Europe, from the Nazi past. Britain has been relatively free of Nazism, unlike, say, Hungary, Poland, Austria. But now creeping Nazism is threatening Britain. That's what really undermines Britain, not the foreign workers. The foreign workers are in Britain to sustain the British economy, to work, to sustain those who pay taxes. But Nazis are people who want concentration camps, who want a return to labor camps, to extermination camps. That's who Nazis really are. On the other hand, the yes option is, neither is the yes option a real option. You see, the yes option is also capitalist, is also imperialist. The only difference being that if you vote yes, you vote in favor of a foreign imperialism which is intent on keeping Britain in a tight leash. But either option is bad. Neither the yes option nor the no option are real alternatives for the British people. The British people has no alternative in this referendum. Therefore, the best solution, the moral solution for any honest man, the moral thing to do is to boycott the referendum by totally abstaining from voting. Whatever happens, my friends, do not turn up. Do not heed the dirty fascist calls from the yes camp and the no camp. Do not vote, my friends. That is the message for you. Because if you abstain from voting, you send a message to the world that this alternative is not a genuine alternative. This discussion, this paradigm, either yes or no, is not a valid paradigm, is not a valid choice. The real choice is not between yes and no. It's not between British Nazism and German imperialism. No. The real choice is between reactionarism, rule of capital, and socialism, rule of the working class. If you abstain from voting, my friends, you send a message to the world that you want the real alternative, that you don't buy into the bourgeois trickery with the yes or no to the EU, but you want a real alternative, a socialist alternative, a British for the people, a Europe for the people, a Red Britain in a Red Europe, a socialist federation of Britain and the Europe. That's what you really should call for. That's what you really should support. Thanks for watching, my friends, and abstain from voting.